Hi, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. And yes, welcome back. So, today we're going to do a different kind of message. I got some channelings, and the word I heard was sad. Sad. Now, we know that sad can be an emotion. It's the opposite of happy. It's when you're feeling down. It's when you're not feeling joy, right? And I got this in a multitude of ways. I'm going to read you the cards. These aren't picker cards. I'm just pulling messages today. So this sad was, take it in how it resonates. It's three different ways that I got it. But neither of them is actually of a higher vibration. Because you know that if you're sad, right, you're on the opposite end of the spectrum of the vibrational frequency when it comes to joy. And so this sad was you feeling down, depressed, you not feeling joyous, not happy. And this isn't for everyone. This could be for someone you know is being affected by this. This could be you. Either way, we're also in this time of year where we're heading towards the winter. And this is also another type of sad. And this sad is S.A.D. SAD. And it stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder. And what seasonal affective disorder is where people tend to naturally get down around this time of year for whatever reason. One aspect I can think of, and this was back in the day, I'm not sure if it still happens so much for people now, but a lot of people would get seasonal affective disorder around this time of year when it nears the Christmas, Thanksgiving season, for a couple of reasons, but two in particular. One, they spend out trying to buy gifts for other people and they don't really have it. And so you're trying to live up to a certain standard, or just please the people you love. And it is a certain standard. It's that standard that society said you had to buy these gifts to show your appreciation, to show your love. Your presence and just spending time together wasn't simply enough. That's one aspect of it. There's also this sad of where if you've lost a loved one around this time of year, seasonal affective disorder, because you don't have those to share it with, or if you didn't lose anyone this time of year, is that some people don't have that support system. They don't have the huge group of friends and family, real friends, not the fake ones that'll smile and because they want a gift from you or something. They don't have that support system. So a lot of people tend to get down, sad, seasonal affective disorder around this time of year, right? And so that's another form of sad, and it still brings on the first sad: unhappiness, depression, lack of joy. The third one I got in this channel message is SAD, which is a spiritual attack disorder. And I know I'm cloning this phrase, this acronym, this, I don't know what the other word is, metaphor? I don't know, whatever. Acronym, that's the word. SAD, spiritual attack disorder. Any of you who are spiritual, we go through things. If you don't know, then you don't know. But those who are casting the spells, oh yeah, they know. Those of you who have been on the receiving end of these spells, oh yeah, you know. So SAD, spiritual attack disorder. And I bring this up because a lot of you, I got this energy of you're coming out of these spiritual attacks, right? But as you're coming out of them, you get that PTSD type of thing because it's like, okay, you've jumped that hurdle, but then now what? I kept hearing now what? And I'm asking this because are you listening to your shadow self? Are you listening to your fears? Are you listening to your fears? The fear someone else may be. And of course, no one else has that much power over you. Your words carry more weight, is what I want to infuse into you today. How can you tap into that courage? Are you going to listen to your fears or even the projected fears of someone else? Someone else that's wants you to be sad, spiritually attacked. Spiritual attack disorder. They're sending sadness to you. In whatever shape or form, the words that they're speaking, oh, you can't do that. Nobody's ever done it like that. We don't do it like that. You can't change. You can't grow. You evolving? What? No, we can't have that. We like you just the way you were. Go back to being sad, unhappy, not feeling joy. Are you listening to those fears? Because a lot of you, yes, you're facing adversity. And some of you, this adversity, let's just keep it real. I also got this energy of some of you, it's karma. You sent this out. You literally sent this out to other people, and now it's coming back to bite you in the ass. Straight up. No chaser today. But here's the thing about that. We all have the ability to change. We truly do. So where you felt like you were all dark at one time, you can infuse some light into your darkness. Nobody's asking you to jump ship and jump to the light side. No. There are these beautiful grays in between, these graceful and grace-filled, like it's filled up. Grace, filled with compassion. Grace, filled grays. Because even when we're light, you decide where your pendulum swings, but even when we're light, there are moments where you got to tap into your dark side. And when are those kind of moments? Where people are taking your kindness for weakness, and you got to put your foot down and let them know, oh, you got the wrong one, baby. Let me show you another side of me. Since you didn't like the side of me I was showing you that was all light, that was showing you joy, compassion, let me show you the other side of me. And we don't do this necessarily by sending spells or wishing death on people. No, that's not our MO, baby. Because you're light, when you remove your light from people, your essence, your energy away from people, their light, the aspect of you that was light instantly causes a shadow, and for them to go into their darker states. Confirmation. So those of you who tend to be more of the light, you don't have to throw spells at people. You simply remove your presence, and that is the darkness. Send you into a darkness you ever known. Now here's the caveat to that. In the darkness, you can create there. You can create a better version of you. You can create more joy, more happiness. You can decide to have a transformation type profoundly, like Pluto, coming through with power. Once you recognize qualities within yourself that are not very pleasing to you, you always have a choice. A choice to take your darkness and fuse it with light, so that you're somewhere in the middle, in that grace-filled grayness, where you can find your power within. See, many of you, you've helped others, and some of you, you were just misguided. And this misguidedness, we've all been there. It's causing you to undervalue your contributions. Give me something about their shadow with this deck, please. What do they need to know? The thing is, if you stay in sadness, in this sad energy for too long, it'll take over you. And those that are sending you spiritual attacks and disorders, that is exactly what they want. So do you give them power over you? Or do you infuse some light into that thing and take your power back? Nobody is perfect, not one. I don't care how many people you've helped, how many people you heal. We've all got something that we still constantly need to work on to raise our vibration, to raise the frequency of the collective, to raise the frequency of Earth in general. We all have our part to do. So even the shadows have their parts. And we've all been in a very shadowy aspect. Some more than others. We have. Here's the thing. When you face the shadows, when you turn on the light within, shadows tend to disappear. So that's just like when you face your own demons. Your greatest adversity is the one living inside of you. And life can always take a turn. The pendulum can always swing. It takes that turn for the better when you face these demons. You see, the gift of adversity, going through things, having a shadow, even having this spiritual attack, the gift in that is that there's also the ability to overcome it. There's that ability to bring balance back to it. The thing is, how do you do that, right? Because when you're in those down moments and you're sad and you're depressed, sometimes we can't see our way forward. How do you do that? So let's get into these messages and we'll pick that back up. Stick a pin there for me. These messages today say, what excuses am I making right now? You see, some of you are sad because you're making excuses about some of the things you've done. We have another that says, what can I burn? What can I burn? And then it says, burn it all. Burn it, burn it, burn it all. Burn the ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head. It's time to burn that. You see, those are those fears, that false evidence appearing real. And for some of you, if it was real because you did some things that were shameful, we all can grow from them. I also, and I don't do this often, but I'm going to do this. I want to give I hope you don't mind this to this other reader, but to Intuitive Kev, I want to give a shout out to you. And I'm doing that because I listened to one of your readings. Yes, I listen to other readers. We're a part of a community. I like to hear sometimes what others do, see their style, encourage them, and in whatever shape or form that I can when I feel your vibration is of a certain nature. And Intuitive Kev, you shared a part of your story that really touched me in a different kind of way, because looking at you, I would have never known what you have been through, and I'm not going to reiterate it on my channel. That's not my place. But you shared something about your journey and the things that you overcame. And I was like, wow, I don't even think, I'm so happy. I was ecstatic for the fact that I've been through my things. And yes, I was able to come out of it. And you showed me a different aspect of someone coming out of something. To me, please don't take it offensively, that was way worse, or worse on a different level, should I say. But there you are standing, and you made it through. So, yeah, thank you for sharing your story, okay? Either way, back to the reading. It says to burn it all, the shame, the pain, the criticism, the images that ran through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof of it. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. For those of you who are sad, seasonally affective disorder, sad and just depressed because of some things that you did in shame, Sad because of spiritual attacks, attacking your solar plexus, attacking your sacral chakra, and for some of you, attacking your root chakra. All of your 3 lower chakras to keep you in a lower vibration. Because if you don't have your root and those lower 3 chakras, how do you ascend into your higher ones? If they're already out of whack and out of balance, how are you ascending to the higher chakras? You can, but it's very difficult until you get things back into balance. Your soul is calling you. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So let it burn, baby. Burn. And you know what? You'll take the ashes and rise up from them. From the ashes, no longer attached to the past. For some of you, it's time to let go of the past. You are free. Your wings are ready to use. To the angels that were buried in the backyard, come on out, shake off your wings. Learn from your lessons and grow. Allow your wings to expand and once again cause you to fly in a higher vibration in your thoughts, in your energies, and in your efforts. Learn the value of the lessons. To those of you who are in your shadow side, you're used to things burning all around you, but are you used to having the light thereof from the things that burn cause you to now be in a higher vibration, knowing that transformation is even possible for you? Make a choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Because you can now write a better chapter. And here's the thing. Don't rewrite the story. People like to say rewrite the story. No. All those hurdles you crossed, that's a part of your story. That's the stepping stool that gave you the wings to fly. So you don't have to be ashamed of your past. It's a part of the things that came to make you who you are today, bigger, better, bolder, and stronger, like a phoenix. To cause your wings to be outstretched and able to carry you in an entirely higher vibration. So we don't have to be ashamed of our past and want to rewrite our path. No, we just write a brand new chapter. And what does this new chapter look like for you? What excuses are you making right now? No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart and you will be led. And I just heard that song, listen to your heart. Do, 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 do. I don't know the words. You guys can look it up. When was the last time you couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Because this is another way to change that vibration of feeling sad. What is the opposite of that? When you're laughing, it's pretty hard to be sad. I mean, you got a special kind of talent if you can, but it's kind of a hard thing. Even if it's just for a moment that you put a smile on, that you tap in and laugh, the longer you can hold that frequency, the more it elevates your vibration. And at first, you may be smiling through tears and crying through the laughter. But oh my, every cycle moves. So you can move out of this sadness cycle. I also want to talk about as you're, okay, it's R.A.S, R.A.S, and it's R.A.S is the Reticular Activating System. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. Reticular, yeah, I think it's Reticular Activating System. Anyway, the R.A.S is a part of our system. It's a part of us that we have. that regulates our behavior. It regulates our consciousness, our motivation, right? It basically focuses on your sensations, your consciousness, your attention. It also has to do with your sleeping wake cycle. So for those of you who aren't sleeping, it's affecting your reticular activating system. And the R.A.S is like a filter between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. This is bothering me. I'm sorry. I got to look it up because I don't know. I want to look it up. Let me see what it says. What's the reticular activating system? Yeah, it's reticular activating system, R.A.S. I said it right. Okay. So the reticular activated system, it's like a filter. It's the filter between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, right? And if you're not getting enough sleep, then that has an effect on your reticular activating system because it deals with your sleep cycles, it deals with your consciousness, it deals with the sensations you feel, and it deals with your intention most of all. And that's what we're going to focus on is the attention. You see, with the reticular activating system, for those of you who are sad for whatever reason, whether it's spiritual attack disorders or whether it's seasonal affect disorders or just sadness because something didn't go your way or you were hoping for something, whatever it may be. And for those of you who were hoping for something or something is ending for you, do know that if something ends for you, that just means the universe has something better for you. Getting back to this R.A.S system, what are you focusing on? Do you focus on the fact that you live in a benevolent universe, or do you feel like someone is always out to get you? Things never go right for you. Oh, woe is me. Things never go right for me. Because with your R.A.S, if that's what you're focusing on, baby, that's exactly what you're going to get. You keep worrying about, oh, they doing spell work on me. They doing spell work on me. Then you don't know that your words have the ability to knock that out, to give it that 1-2 knockout. Mama said knock you out type of energy. Divine mother. My divine mother said knock you out. How do you knock that out when you're having spiritual attack disorders? By the words you speak over yourself. Because that's all they're doing is sending spells, tapping their little voodoo dolls and lighting candles, and then sitting out their intentions. Woe is me, the power of 3, do. Whatever. And I can say this to you guys because I've made it through these cycles. And so that's why the mantle has been given to me to deliver this message. And I'm grateful to be used as the messenger to give this message today. See, a lot of you wanted to know, how did she make it through that? We sent this spell. I'm talking to the cross watchers too. Those of you who know you sent out spells and did what it didn't do what it do. You know why? One, because I have my angels, ancestors, and the Most High that tap into that energy and just say, look, enough is enough. I turn this over to you guys. I turn it over to higher forces. And so be it, and let it be. And then you speak over yourself the positivity that is necessary. You use your R.A.S, your reticular activating system, to focus on what? The positive. To focus on what it is that you want. Because where your focus goes, that's where it grows. So whatever you're focused on continuously, that's what you're moving towards. It's a law of attraction. And you are able to reprogram your mind. Is it an easy process? No, because you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work to learn the methods. You have to put in the work to actually do the reprogramming of your mind through meditation. And the meditation is because I'm just using the cards as a prop. I'm really giving this message today. The meditation is because you need to come out of the beta brainwave frequency. You see, when you're sad, it's because you're looking at the things around you. Your eyes are open. You're in that frequency. I forget what the beta frequency is right now. But you're focusing outward. Your focus is outward. It's outward. What are they doing to me? Oh, they sent a spell at me. Oh, they got a voodoo doll. They spoke this. They said this. Blah, 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 blah. No. The meditation and getting into the alpha state is where you can close your eyes and then you turn inward and you go within and you listen to that voice inside of you that says, you're better than that. You can do better than that. Their words mean nothing because your words have more weight. Your I am successful. It doesn't matter what spell they threw to say that you won't have money, you won't have love, you won't, whatever. I am lovable. I have love. I give love. I receive love. I am divinely loved. I am loved by my ancestors, my angels, my guides, the Most High. I live in a benevolent universe. The universe always works in my favor. Now, let's keep it all the way real. Let's keep it 100 around here. If you putting out stuff towards other people, baby, you know you getting that right back, right? Especially if they're awoke enough to know to return that to sender. You know you getting that right back. So the choice is yours. You can keep being your fly self and think you can controlling somebody's energy. And for a lot of times, because we were unconscious to this, we were unaware. Higher ups, elites, people have been doing this kind of thing for years. But with this age of Aquarius and people becoming more awakened and being able to see things and veils being removed, it's like you better go sit yourself in a corner somewhere trying to control somebody's will. The vibration of the planet itself is rising. The age of Aquarius that we're in is bringing in that awareness for community, for the collective, for individuals, especially if you're going within and allowing that cosmic awareness to come to you. We're all evolving spiritually. So for those of you who wish to stay trapped in the dark and not evolve, because using the dark, it's a skill too. But the more you try to bend someone else's will, and especially when they're awakened to it, sweetie, oh honey, you know, you send something out, it gains energy as it returns back to sender. So it's like you're receiving it tenfold. Now, it's one thing if you're doing something unconsciously. Once you become aware of it, you make the necessary corrective measures. But some of y'all bold with it. I'm going to just call it a spade what it is. Those of you who casting spells on people and wanting to bend their will, oh, y'all real bold, calling on deities. You ain't got no business. They don't even rock with you like that. You see, I always say the light and the dark. And some people don't understand when I say that. It's because there are deities that will work with you for certain purposes. But when you're intentionally going after someone and you have no spiritual legality to be doing so, well, be cautious, okay? And when you play in the dark, you can't see what you're necessarily playing with. So that's a side note for somebody. Back to what I was saying. With the reticular activating system, it is that filter between your conscious and your subconscious. So whatever it is you're focusing on consciously, when you're in your beta, that's what you're going to get more of. Unless you go into your alpha state of mind, your meditative state of mind. And you can use theta and delta also. It's a process to actually be able to work with that in your dream state, because the delta and delta happen when you're mostly asleep, but a lot of you are also getting attacks when you're asleep. So it would be a good thing for you to tap into using the theta and gamma frequencies to be able to set forth and call forth things, to set certain protections, to do things. You can change things when you're in theta and gamma. You can also do it when you're in alpha. These are states of where you're tapping into your inner self, your inner energy, where you're allowing your mind to not focus on the outward things. And so, in order to change this S.A.D, seasonal affective disorder, this S.A.D, spiritual attack disorder, this S.A.D of just feeling depressed, it's time to go within. So, at the end of this, we're going to do a short meditation. But it says, and a lot of you are sad because this card says, to whom am I comparing myself to? You see, you're in that beta frequency and you're looking at everyone else like, oh, they got the Benz. Oh, they went on this trip. Oh, their relationship looks like this. Oh, she started a podcast. Oh, they got more followers. Oh, they weigh more jewelry. Oh, they got more stocks. Who are you comparing yourself to? And why? You see, it says, what you're able to see in another is also visible because it is in you. Those same qualities that you admire, and I hope it is in an energy of admiring, like, wow, that's cool, they rock, I'm so happy for them. Not in an energy of like, man, she thinks she all that because she did this. And now she gonna start a podcast. She put up something on her blog. She like what? He always got a different like. He got 3. What? Come on, man. Raise your frequency. Raise your vibration. The things you see in another, the things you admire in another, it's because you have those same qualities. And it may not be exactly the way they do it because we all have our own fingerprint. You can't walk a mile in their shoes. You're going to get you're going to get a bunion. You're going to have corns on your feet. You just gave yourself plantar fasciitis, whatever. Your heels sore because you trying to walk in somebody else's shoes. No. You can follow that path that they went down. But you need to put on the shoes that fit for you. And even when you're walking their path, you won't be stepping exactly where they stepped. You might be a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. Your foot might be bigger than theirs, so you take bigger leaps and bounds. It may be smaller, so it takes you a little longer to get there. Your path is your unique path. So what you throwing spell work at somebody because what they're actually walking in their calling? Man, all that you need and want is within you. Let's repeat that. For the people in the back, all that you need and want is where? Not in her, not in him, not over there. It's within. It's within you. One more time. All that you need and want is within you. And that's going to be the title of this video. When was the last time I couldn't stop smiling or laughing? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants or did. We ain't gonna talk about that. Stop trying to put my business out that spirit. Anyway, feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter. Oh, baby, go watch a comedy show. Watch some comedians. Shout out to all the comedians that can give people a good belly busting laugh. And you do it without in the energy of attacking someone. You do it in the energy of good-hearted humor, you know? Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. Laughter is healing. Laughter. One more time for the people in the back. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and to find the joy in even the little things. Note to yourself, laugh more often. And that will assist your reticular activating system, because when you're focusing on things that make you laugh, when you focus on things that make you smile, then you're sending that energy out to the universe, and it sends you more things to laugh and confirmation and to smile about. So use your R.A.S. Use your reticular activating system to call forth more laughter, more joy. And I keep hearing, for any of you that feel like you lost something, do know that it is possible for some to have it returned, but for others of you, you'll be getting something better. You just have to know that you're worthy of receiving something better. Come on, baby. You're worthy. Say that to yourself and smile when you say it. Okay? Make somebody laugh today. That's the sole action for this one. Because for a lot of you, it's time to discover your purpose. Some of this spiritual attack disorder was so that you wouldn't discover your purpose. Or some of you are about to move into your life purpose, and you know that anytime, well, not anytime, and this isn't for everyone, but for some of you, as you're breaking certain barriers, as you're breaching certain surfaces, there's this energy, the dark ones. No, I don't want to say that. There's this energy of like, she about to reach the surface. Her head just reached the top of the light. We need to push that back down. Oh, he's smiling too much. He too happy, joyful around this piece. No, we need to shorten that. But you ain't got to focus on what they want for you. You can focus on what you want for you. You can allow your creativity to unleash. And as you allow your creativity to unleash, it makes the sad go away. Because when you're being creative, it's kind of hard to be sad. Or allow that sadness to fuel your creativity. You know, some of the songs we listen to, they come from people when they were going through some of their darkest times, their saddest times. And then the music that they created was able to uplift someone else because they actually went through that experience. That's why I said you don't need to rewrite or erase your past. You use that and let it fuel your creativity. Allow it to unleash your creativity in a whole new way. Create something new. And when you're done creating after this sadness or through this sadness, I guarantee you'll have a smile on your face, because you'll be like, wow. And some of you might even be like, wow, it was worth it. A lot of you are receiving signs right now. Signs that this sadness, this spiritual attack disorder is over. This sadness of the season is over. Pay attention to the signs. They're all around you. And these signs are showing you that rejuvenation is here. Rejuvenation is possible if you're willing to use your R.A.S, your reticular activating system, to tap into the better, into the joy, into the laughter. A lot of you focus on breathing. Use your reticular activating system to bring more breath into your body so that you feel lighter. Some of you have been breathing real shallow. I just heard crying like, I can't believe it, Devon. Why you let it happen to me like this? And it's like, what? Man, if you don't take a deep breath, come on right now. Breathe deep. And then release. So, you can breathe in that sadness. You already got it within you. Let's shake it up. Breathe it in. And then breathe out that sadness. Now breathe in the joy to take its place. And breathe out more of that sadness. And breathe in this rejuvenation. Rejuvenation of self, of mind, of body, of soul. Yes. And do more of that. For some of you, breathing and getting outside to breathe in some fresh air. to breathe in a fresh perspective. See, a lot of times when that seasonal affective disorder sadness comes, it's because people are indoors more. During the winter, you don't tend to get out much unless you're one of those people that just love the snow and you do the snowboarding and you do the snowballs. But most people have a tendency to stay indoors. They don't get as much sunlight. The days are shorter. So for those of you, when the sun is out, get some fresh air. Breathe. Let the sun hit your skin. Get that good vitamin D flowing. The vitamin D can assist you in your reticular activating system feeling more nourished so your sensations don't feel heavy and weighted. And as you're taking in more breath, you feel even lighter. Your wings feel lighter. So, for those of you who are constantly in this sad state, it keeps this energy of fight or flight. And so you're now producing more cortisol in your body. And then you're in that frequency to call in more things to make you fight or flight. So as you're breathing, when you're outside, even if you don't get outside, just sit and take some deep breaths. But while you're taking those breaths, if you can sit for a minute to close your eyes, to come out of that fight or flight energy, thank you. Because with the wired rune here, it talks about fate. And this rune, it's usually blank, right? And by it being blank, most people didn't, you would take a choice. That's what it's about, fate. You take a choice. So when it's blank, it's like you could allow someone else to write that rune, this sigil for you, and say that it's a bad day for you to work with runes. Or you can take your fate into your own hand and you write out your next chapter. This is talking about you allowing your reticular activating system to focus on the things you want, on the fate you desire to see come forth for you. Because whatever it is you're focusing on, that's what you're going to get. So if you keep staying down like, oh, woe is me. Look what happened to me. And I'm not making light of this. I'm not. In a way I am, because I want you to laugh a little bit too. And I get it. We've all been depressed, and it's not as easy. And for those of you who have noticed that loved ones have been depressed, check on them. We've all been in that place where we need an encouraging word, where we needed someone to say, yo, it's going to be okay, to give us a kind smile, or to even give us a joke that made us laugh and pee on ourselves a little bit. Don't tell nobody, though. You could tell whoever you want. You could change it and take a shower. It's okay. Just don't make it a habit. We also have freedom here. See? Release any self-imposed restrictions, any perceived limitations. Who are you comparing yourself to? Because these are where those perceived limitations are coming from. I can't do it like they did it. No, do it in your own way. It's okay. It takes a multitude of colors to make the rainbow. I'll never have the ability to go there, do this. If you keep telling yourself that, you won't. But you can step into this freedom now. You can step into this freedom and release any self-imposed restrictions. You can reprogram your mind to know that you deserve better. You are capable of having better. You can reprogram your mind to know that this is a benevolent universe and it's always working in your favor. You can make that one of your affirmations as you smile to yourself and say it. Do you see the universe as benevolent? Even in your darkest moments, know that even the dark moments have their value. We do our best creating in the dark. But this is a dark to where you're going within to self. This isn't a dark where you're wanting to control somebody else. It takes light and dark. You sleep in the dark. I mean, you can sleep in the light, but most of us sleep with the lights out and maybe just the TV on. That's for whoever, you know. It's time for you to focus on being free from those thoughts. Those thoughts that tell you you can't do this. It's time for you to step into this freedom and feel loved and feel comforted. And to get out, you know, like Mother Earth is saying, baby, 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 come on out, get some sun. Look, I got all this green grass for you to take off your shoes, put your feet on the ground. Let me absorb some of those positive ions and turn them into negative ions so you can balance yourself out. You see, when we're on our cell phones all day, we got microwaves going, we got 5G going. A lot of you get into this SAD disorder because you don't recognize that there is so many positive ions and radiation swirling around you. And you just keep going in beta. I gotta get this done. I gotta pick up the kids. I gotta go here. I gotta go, gotta move. Got this to do, that to do. Yeah, you keep going and you keep going. And even when you go to sleep at night, some of you aren't getting fully rested. Going back to your reticular activating system because it has to do with your sleep and wake cycle. So you're not even getting fully rested. Because you still got your cell phone that you're sleeping next to. You're on the phone half the night, scrolling. Mother Nature, getting out. Most of the youth spend most of their days indoors. They go from school to going home. They don't really get out and get the sun, get out and play. Take your shoes off and walk outside. Make sure there's no pesticides sprayed on the ground because unfortunately they're spraying that everywhere too. But if you can take your shoes off, go to the beach, go into the forest. Be careful where you step in because we got red ants here and they will let you know like we live in nature too and you stepped on my home, so move. Listen, seriously though, get out into nature. Take some deep breaths. Feel loved and comforted. Watch the butterflies and how nature moves. Let the birds sing a song to you. Even if they're drones, they might be singing too. Some of them are real. Some of them might be drones. But some of them are going to sing you a beautiful song if you listen. And it's Mother Nature saying, baby, you are loved. You are comforted. It's gonna be alright. Say it's gonna be alright. Pick your head up, cause it's gonna be alright. Yo, it's gonna be alright. It's already alright if you choose for it to be. If you know that you are loved and comforted. Cause if by nobody on this earth, wow, if by nobody on this earth you still have those crossed over loved ones that was rocking with you when they was here. If by no one else, then you still have the earth that does show you that she nurtures you and cares for you. Why? Because she gave us all a place to actually be here to exist in this present moment. So feel loved, feel comforted, and breathe, baby, because that's still free for now. Breathe, baby. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe, baby. What? Come on, man. All of y'all that's sad, it's time to shake your shimmy. I just heard shake your shimmy. Do your happy dance, man. Do your happy dance. And have an attitude of gratitude. Have that attitude of gratitude. For what? I'm sad. What am I thankful for? You know what? You could be thankful that what? Breathing is still free. They haven't made that a bill for yet. You know what I'm saying? You can still just breathe, baby. And the fact that you are still breathing, because you know what the opposite effect of that is, right? So as you're breathing and having an attitude of gratitude, you'll find more things to be thankful for. What else could you be thankful for? You can be thankful for the ability to choose to change your perspective, to choose to use your reticular activating system to focus on the positive, to focus on having an attitude of gratitude, to be thankful for the fact that even after a dark cycle, we can be rejuvenated. You ever seen a plant where it was in a pot for so long and then it looked like it was just done for? The leaves had wilted off, and even in the wintertime, when you look at most trees, if you live up north, when the leaves fall off, they look bald. Like, well, they are bald. They lost all their leaves, right? But if you've ever seen a plant in a pot, right, and maybe the plant mother or father went out of town or whatever, and they left it for too long. Sometimes you think that plant is dead, but you'd be surprised when you put it in a bigger pot and give it room to grow, shake the roots a little bit so that they can get more water and nutrients, how beautifully it springs up, how it becomes rejuvenated again. You see? What can you be thankful for? How about the ability to laugh? That still costs you nothing. The ability to smile. The ability to release any self-imposed restrictions, meaning you can change your mind. You don't have to feel sad. You don't have to feel like you're not worthy. You can actually change your mind and say, you know what? I am worthy. And you know what? I do deserve this. And if I don't get that, I'll get something better. If this didn't happen for me, that just means another door is opening for me. And for some of you who are going through spiritual attack disorder, it's assisting you with setting your boundaries, because now you know who not to let cross your boundaries. You know to check that ASAP. Like, nah, baby, we don't play that over here. You thought that was how it was going to go, but no. Let me say it again for the people in the back. You thought that was how this was going to go, but no. Don't play with it and find out. Don't play with it, and find out. Set your boundaries. Know where no means no for you. And then honor your boundaries. Because if you're not honoring your boundaries, then they won't either. Now, some people just going to be blatantly like, they big and bad. They think they the big bad wolf. But even in the story, the big bad wolf, who was that, Goldilocks? I don't know. Even in the Three Little Pigs, didn't they still come out surviving in the end? And Goldilocks and Grandma walked off in the end? So the big bad wolf lost at the end of the story. That's all I remember. So for those who want to find out and test your boundaries, show them what you're made of. How about you ain't even got to do nothing? Because you know, a lot of times when people are playing with certain things, they don't even know what they're doing. Some of them do. Some of them do. But I'll tell you what happens when they cross your boundaries. They give you a chance to show your spiritual strength. They give you a way to tap into your creativity so you can show them that you know, and you don't play them games like that. And they have to find out what? The hard way. Because why? They didn't know how to cross their boundaries. And you should have an attitude of gratitude because they showed you what you were made of. They showed you that this kind of stuff does actually happen if you were denying it. They showed you where, when, and how to set boundaries. So it's okay. Everybody's got to play their role, right? You ain't got to get mad about it. Everybody's got to play their role. So you could play the villain in the movie if you want. If you want. I kind of like being a hero though. I need a hero, and you could be your own hero. I don't know. I just heard that. See, when you allow yourself to just know that you're going to be all right, and that it's okay for you to be generous still with your energy, because a lot of you, because you've gone through spiritual attacks and you have spiritual attack disorder, PTSD type syndromes, a lot of you pull back. You wanted to close off your light, and you know we let our light shine bright over here, baby. Come on. We don't put no lights under beds and blankets. No, you're a star. You got to let your light shine. You got to light up the dark. Isn't that what the stars do at night? So, for a lot of you, continue to be generous. Do you see how red this tree is? It's calling forth root chakra energy to me. You see, I feel like a lot of you, even when you didn't have a lot, when your foundation wasn't stable, when you weren't as secure with your finances, with your energy, with your time even, you still gave to other people. And some of these people just didn't know when enough was enough. They didn't know when to stop, so they wanted to cross your boundaries. A lot of you are being your generous self. And I'm going to tell you, people will be like, see, you shouldn't be so kind. You shouldn't be so generous. Man, BS. Get them BS rules out of here. Continue to be your generous, kind self. We got enough people already coming after people or thinking they can bend their will. Or no. Never let somebody change who you are. You be you. Your own unique self. If you're kind, be kind. You like being generous? Be generous. Because that's the energy you keep calling back for to you. And that's what makes your boundary stronger. That's what makes theirs weaker. You keep coming you keep coming for people. And then you don't have nobody that trusts you. Because they don't see, let me tell you something funny. Let me tell you something funny that be going on in the spiritual community. I'm gonna give y'all some heads up for y'all that like to throw voodoo dolls and do all of this crap, right? Those of you who do that, you be working with a whole group, coven and cult, right? Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at y'all. Let me tell you why. Cause at the end of the day, y'all be done so much stuff. Yeah, I'm going straight hood with my talk right now. Y'all be done so much stuff, and then y'all can't even trust each other because y'all seen what the other person will do the minute they get jealous or envious of somebody. So you can't even trust the person you just threw the spell with. Confirmation. Instead of y'all finding a way to be benevolent to others. But you see, we all on different timelines and we all have to grow. So you learn from your shadow, you work with those people in the shadow, and then you grow up one day. When you were a child, you did childish things. But this benevolent universe, God, the creator, gives you an opportunity to say, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. And I want to accept the fact that it is okay for me to change, to use my reticular activating system to focus on something bigger, better for me. Do you see all of these stars in the night sky? Accepting that you are more than just this physical body here. More than just what somebody told you you were. More because you are connected to a very benevolent universe. To God, for those of you who go that route. I keep saying benevolent universe for those who don't rock with that, but I feel like however you flow, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to bend anyone's will or to cause you to think a certain way. All I'm here to do is encourage you with a word today that lets you know we all have a reticular activating system, R.A.S. And it coincides with what you focus on. So the things you focus on the most, that's what you're going to call forth. If you're focusing on bending someone's will, then do believe you're going to call in someone that wants to bend your will. Them big facts right there. I just dropped a gem on you. Now what you going to do with that? We have mature man, concern, and community. See? Those that work in the communities with the cults and the covens are now concerned. Concerned. And for some of them it's a mature man. I'm not gonna clarify these cards at all because I'm focusing on something different. I just want to show you what they are. You know, I might go back into it. We'll see. I'm about to wind this message up. Wow, we're already an hour in. I'm about to wind this message down. Real quick, though, I want to say, I'm going to take a moment. Well, intimacy. Find a way to into you see. Be intimate with yourself. Love on yourself. Grow with yourself so that you're then able to give that energy to another and tap into the energy of forgiveness. I forgive myself and I am forgiven. And as you forgive yourself, that's what I was about to get into. Ho'oponopono. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. Those phrases can change your energy in a heartbeat. Some of you haven't spoken that to someone you felt like you needed to. You don't necessarily have to. Speak it out into the universe. Sit quietly. This is what we were going to do real quick. I'm just going to give it to you. Go out into nature. Breathe. Find a place. And from that place, get into a peaceful state. Close your eyes if possible. Get quiet. And then for those of you who are going through spiritual attack disorder, call in as you're breathing, as you're in a place of peace, not from fear, not from, oh my God, I got to get them back. They doing this, I got to get them back. No, from a place of peace. Call on 2 or 3 of your spiritual protectors, and when they appear, you express your fears to them. And then allow your protectors to give you the strength to assist you in becoming greater than your fears. So that you're not focused on the fears, you're focused on becoming better. You're focused on the fact that you live in a benevolent universe. Whoa, that's enough. Yeah, this one want to come out too. And for those of you who have wronged others, Ho'oponopono, apologize, forgive yourself, and be forgiven. Forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry. I'm probably saying it wrong. Put it together however you choose to put it together. To end on a message of love, we have secret admirers. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. We also have life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. So go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. See, a lot of you were focused on enforcing something, a relationship, I don't know, whatever it is, a job, whatever, forcing someone's will. We have cycles and they shift. So if you feel like you're in a cycle of depletion right now, use your reticular activating system to focus on that cycle of abundance, of rejuvenation, of having more, of being more, of knowing you're more. We have look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. See, that's nature, the benevolent universe speaking to you. telling you to tap into your heart chakra. Know and feel loved and feel comforted. Because you are loved. You just have to use your R.A.S, Reticular Activating System, to focus on that. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into the light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. R.A.S. Focus on creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Wait. Don't rush into anything. Allow nature to take its course. Wait, it says. Don't rush into anything. Allow nature to take its course. So get out into nature, breathe, and let the birds and the breeze and the trees speak to you. Allow Mother Nature to comfort you and feel comforted and feel loved. And then allow nature to take its course, because even nature has its cycles. We don't have fruit blooming in the winter for a reason, because nature has its cycles. Pay attention to the signs. Did I read these all? Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present. Enjoy it. Why is that? Ooh, ooh. Let me not show that YouTube. Yeah, man, I ain't monetized right now. And we have, I think this is the last one, reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So for those of you who were wanting to force something, or sad or anxious or panicky because something didn't happen, forgive yourself and be forgiven. And then allow that space. When you hold on to something too tightly, you usually, I don't want to say don't get it. I don't know the phrase. It's better if you allow things to flow, is what I'll say to that. And I think that's where we're going to end this reading, because, no, I heard grab one of these. Okay. And one of these. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. See? You're manifesting miracles. Release these self-imposed restrictions you've put on yourself. Release any perceived limitations others have put on you. You get to choose, not someone else. You can burn whatever they said, whatever thoughts, whatever is not serving you, to the ground. And be appreciative, with vanity here, of what you do have. And learn to speak your appreciation, is what I'm also getting with this being the throat chakra here, because some of you have taken some things you have for granted and you're not speaking very kindly to your, wow, I just heard some of you don't even speak kindly to your partner, and you wonder why they get on your nerves. When you focus on trying to be with, oh, I didn't want to go here. This was another message. Look, real quick. Some of y'all got somebody you with, and you're wondering why your relationship is going south for the winter. But it's what you're focusing on. What are you using your reticular activating system to focus on? You focusing on how this person getting on your nerves. You focusing on how you want to be with somebody else. And then you wonder why your relationship isn't going well. A lot of you have been married or in a relationship, and you can turn that thing around if you actually wanted it to, if it was actually valuable to you. Now, I'm not telling someone to stay where you're not wanted to stay. I'm not telling you to stay if there's been infidelity. I'm telling you to actually take a minute, go within, take 10, 15, 20, as many minutes as you need. Go within and actually ask yourself, have you caused your relationship, cause and effect, to turn in a different direction because you focusing on something else? If you focusing your eyes on something else, you don't think your partner can feel that? If you've already focused on walking out the door, you don't think you're going to get that energy back from them? I'm not a relationship advice expert. I just know how energy works. And what you're giving is what you're getting. And that's why a lot of our relationships go south for the winter. That's why a lot of marriages don't have stability, because eyes get weak. People start focusing on other things with their reticular activating system. Something else looks more shiny and trinkety over here, and they let go of their foundation. They started watching the vanity. Ooh, that looked good. They drinking champagne over there. Ooh, I think I'm going to go rock over there. And so their words even started to speak unkindly to their partner instead of using their words to focus positivity. You can also use your words and your energy to cause a relationship to go better if it has started to go south for the winter. That's for someone. I'm not saying stay where you're not wanted or you don't want to be there. You use your own discernment. Last but not least, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For your heart is the gateway to your soul. See, these two came out together. What is your heart telling you to do? A lot of you really want to stay within your relationships. Things are fixable. But what are you using your R.A.S, your Reticular Activating System, to focus on? The fact that we can't make it? Because if you keep saying you can't make it, you're not going to make it. You keep saying you're not going to get together, you're not going to get together. You keep saying that person would never want you, they will never want you. What are you saying? What spell are you casting? What spell are you using your Reticular Activating System to cast? That so ends this reading. I shall go no further. Thank you for joining me. Do know that all things that you're focusing on is what you're calling for. It's okay to forgive yourself. We've all made mistakes. None of us is perfect. We all have our ebbs and flows. We go up, we go down. If you know you've wronged someone, it's okay to apologize. And if you never say it to them, then speak it out into the universe and speak that forgiveness out into the universe as well. And for a lot of you, get out into nature and ground that energy. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and remember, always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. And you know how we do. For those of you who said, turn on the lights, turn on the lights, turn on the lights, turn on the lights, and always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. We out.